We just need to wait for the 30-second ad to go away. But we're ready to rock and roll. Unfortunately, we had to abandon our session last week due to real life bullshit. We have confirmed that Seph is still alive and still functioning. So that's a bonus. So then, Dungeon Master Seph, would you like to resume the story?
Okay, like I was saying last week, party got to Ventrale City, met up with Mistress Anarchy, was reunited with her foster mother, and everything seems to be going well. We had a nice little look around. They got their little Yappy Meal toys from Five Geyser, and were told they had to make their way to the Crystal Tower to meet with the Archmage of Ventrale, who would be able to fill them in on what was going on within the city regarding Lord Harramount. We left our party in their rooms at the Mistress's Cantina. And we shall resume from there in one moment.
No, I will not interact with you, Squish and Storm. Not before we all met up.
Jeremiah, did you break into our room just to say that?
I am not here. He waves hands, sneaks back out of the door.
He gets weirder every day.
He really does, doesn't he?
You should have seen me in the other version of the day.
Oh, I just had a
What
major
is he-
deja vu.
Jeremiah, back to bed!
You're not my real mom. Probably because you couldn't even be my real dad. But that's okay.
Squish, I think he was in the
Oh,
sun
my
too
bad.
long.
You're older than me.
I know.
Oh my god.
No, but seriously, Jeremiah's not coming over.
Why did you do this, Cork?
Because I wanted to replicate the bullshit from the session that did not end up fully happening, unfortunately.
Realised, might help if I was actually in the game.
It does help.
I hear you.
Squish, I had a weird dream about Jeremiah getting weirder and weirder and more. I think the word for it is meta.
Yeah, everyone else just calls it crazy.
Why not both?
Yeah, we're not rich enough to be called eccentric yet.
Oh, I'll change that.
While they are discussing, Jeremiah is making his way to the breakfast table.
You fucking trying to make this
Yes.
normal after the shit you pulled, Cork.
Look,
You
Jeremiah's
Make
going
your-
to be exhausted when he tries climbing stairs.
You make your way down to the bar area. You can see the halfling woman from last night is basically just doing a bit of tidying up. Ardeth is kind of sat at one of the tables by herself, waiting for everyone to arrive.
Morning, Ardeth.
Oh, good morning, Jeremiah.
Hi.
Oh, when
Good
the two of
morning.
you arrive.
If
Morning.
you can face the reality, so can I. Ah! But no, seriously, yeah, they would have followed. They would have came downstairs pretty early
Okay.
because we have shit to do.
Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't believe it, but I know.
Also, Midnight's hungry.
All right.
And so is Bolt.
Yeah.
Oh,
Let's. I don't know if Sammy's already here. I don't see him. Maybe I'm just look in the wrong direction, though.
Have you checked under your arm? Sometimes he ends up there.
Lifts his arm. No. Lifts the other arm, and he's not there either.
Like Jeremiah feels a tap on his shoulder.
He's behind me.
And
Yes, good
he's
morning.
got a very high jump for one so small.
I don't know, he's got a step stool.
As you're speaking, the halfling woman wanders over the pad and pencil and just, "Hey, what do you want for breakfast?"
Give us your finest.
Well, that depends on the day you want, isn't it? I mean, I do your traditional neutrality breakfast or traditional hot-one breakfast. Would you prefer?
Oh,
We'll take the traditional ventrale.
All right, then. Be sausage, bit of potato cake, and croissant and coffee.
Sounds like a plan.
hey.
I'll take 4 of them.
You won't find me fighting that.
She just kind of looks around the table, looking for confirmation from everyone.
Yeah, I have one's will.
Dad and Birb son are nodding enthusiastically.
Right, that's 6 breakfasts, so I'll give it out to you in a few minutes, alright?
Alright, we can wait.
And a little bit of the breakfast for the boys. Squish, Storm.
We already ordered Jeremiah.
Ah, sorry, I might have missed that.
You might want to get that one some extra coffee.
So I was like, he needs it, like, anyway.
Yeah,
I'll
I
out
have-
to you in a few minutes.
Guys, I had the weirdest dream. I was climbing stairs, and suddenly I was in your room. I have no idea why.
Why were you in our room in your dream, Jeremiah?
I
It has
have
unfortunate
n-
implications.
I have no clue whatsoever.
I think maybe we should all cut back on the drinking.
Well, if that's what
It's
my
not-
lady wants, that's what my lady gets.
It's not long before Bella brings out your breakfast, places them in front of you, and she scuttles back behind the bar.
Well, time to dig in and then get a water taxi.
Oh, nom, 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 nom. We're
Yes, I
headed
would,
Jeremiah.
That is strong coffee.
Yes, it seems to have quite an interesting day ahead of you, my friends.
I believe we're heading to the Crystal Tower to meet the Archmage.
Indeed, that is why I have come to disturb your breakfast. Bowser kind of sits himself down at the edge of the end of the table, and he takes out a sealed envelope. A letter of introduction from the mistress. The Archmage will probably be quite busy, so just present this at the gate.
Oh yes, I've worked with wizardy types before. Things like this usually help. They can be a wee bit eccentric and protective over what they're eccentric over.
You have no idea.
You know, some of the older monks were like that too.
They say when you get older, you get wiser. But it seems that when you get wiser, you also get crazier. I wonder if that's connected.
Well, as my old master
Well,
used to say, sorry, didn't mean to step over you.
It's quite alright, my friend, but I would say there's one person who is exempt from the created rule. But then she is the exception that proves it.
Would we know who he's alluding to with like an insight check?
He's talking
You
about the
can roll
mistress.
it.
Yeah, I
if you want to
thought
roll it, you
that,
can roll
but I
it.
want to make sure.
You can roll it if you want to, but
18.
yeah, you know he's meaning the mistress.
Yeah,
It is
so
not exact. Yeah, her age is not exact. Her exact age is unknown to most people, but it's known throughout the Empire. She's lived a hell of a long time.
uh-huh. Storm just does a slow, knowing nod, going, mm-hmm, as he sips his coffee.
But yes, that is all I came to give you. Should give you to your breakfasts.
Thank
Thank
you.
you very much.
You kind of watch as he goes over to the mistress's office. The door opens, then locks again.
I told you I've punched a T-Rex in the face! Just hear Anarchy shouting in the background.
You continue eating your breakfast, enjoying yourselves. And once you're ready, you make your way out of the cantina into the city itself.
We should probably fetch a water taxi.
Hey!
You make your way. Go on.
I just felt like it's appropriate to yell it.
You make your way north to where the main canal is, and you're able to hail one little gondola. It takes you about half an hour to make your way across the city. You reach the main lake. You can see the palazzo where the city council was held until a recent ill-advised attempt on the mistress's life resulted in a fair few of them having to be replaced. You can still see you can actually still see some of the bodies kind of propped up against the wall around about here, where they've been loaded into a barge to be taken away. Roll me a perception check.
Covers
Anyone
Midnight's
who's looking.
eyes. Not a sight for your
Anyone who's
lungs.
interested.
Jeremiah sees jack shit.
Yeah. Squish, Bolt, and Storm. Yeah, you can see. Even though these bodies are covered in basically a cotton shroud, there's barely any blood. The Mistress and Wind Waker were extremely efficient in dealing with them.
Broken necks or poison. Or just repeated punching. I do that a lot.
Mm.
I should be impressed, but I guess I've been fighting with Devillo too long. It just seems like a waste of blood.
Let's just say that the
Squish.
mistress very rarely needs to cut more than once.
You know that Family Guy
Yes.
gif where Stewie just very slowly rotates his head to look at Brian?
Yeah.
That's kind of what Squish is doing towards Storm right now.
Yeah.
And Windwalker is rather adept with her fists.
I'm better.
It doesn't take long before you reach the Crystal Tower. You make your way from the canal up the street towards its main entrance, which is there.
All of a sudden, we were very wide.
Yeah, you made your way past the little museum area where you were yesterday, and you approach the large wooden door upon which hangs an octagonal-shaped seal.
Looks like they don't have any Any knockers on their door? Oh well. Jeremiah gently knocks on the door.
Hold on a minute. You hear a voice coming from the other side as various. Actually, no, you see about 4 feet. Actually, sorry. You notice a small hatch in the door slide open and a pair of gold and green eyes stare out at you. Who are you?
I think Storm, the letter will probably explain more than if I just told this gentle person.
Aye. Good morrow, good sir. We have an audience with the Archmage. I believe this letter will provide all the introductions necessary, and Storm will just pass it over.
Yes. You watch as a green hand reaches out, takes the letter. You can hear a little bit of mumbling coming from the other side before eventually you sort of, oh shit. And the letter is handed back to you immediately.
Thank you.
Give me a second. The hatch slams shut. When you hear the sound of many bolts and chains being slid off, but finally a large key can be heard being inserted and turned as the door swings open to reveal a rather old-looking goblin man. He's about 3.5 foot high. He's kind of wizened with age. Goes, right, well, you best come in.
Lead the way, my good sir.
I've ordered the door open for you, so you're going to have to come in.
All right. Storm crosses the threshold, and I'm in.
You all make your way inside before the goblin once again closes the door. You hear as you turn around to look, you see the myriad chains and bolts and the key being turned, and the little ladder he uses to open the hatch in the door. Right, well, my name's Grimble. I'm a porter here at the Crystal Tower, and let's go. I'll take you to the Archmage. Now, follow me.
Aye, aye. And we just follow, I imagine.
Yes.
You make your way through the castle, through the grounds of the tower, entering in through one of the gateways located in the 8 walls of the tower base. As you go in, I would like anyone who's looking to make me an Arcana check or a
Sure.
History check.
What am I better
Second then.
at? About the same.
What am I not worse at? Oh wait, I'm the same in both.
Wah, wah. Oh,
Okay.
come on.
Let's see. Let's see which one where we're going from. Squish and Jeremiah. You recognise from other spellbooks you have seen from Academia Arcanum.
Perception. That wasn't an Arcana.
Oh, Arcanum. Sorry.
So just Jeremiah gets to see afraid.
Only Jeremiah. You've seen enough Academia Arcanum spellbooks in your time to recognise the symbol for the School of Transmutation.
We're going to the Archmage of the School of Transformation.
No, you're going to the Archmage of the college. This is the Gate of Transmutation.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just had noticed the seal above.
Yeah, that's because each side of the tower represents one of the 8 schools of wizardry.
Oh, makes complete sense. I'm terribly sorry, sir.
Right. He leads you inside, and you find yourself in a rather beautiful, ornate-looking hallway. As he continues to bring you towards the central hall, it opens up to this beautiful, large library, essentially. In the centre is what can only be described as a large blue crystal structure set into the floor.
Okay, I have to ask, what's the deal with the huge crystal?
Well, that is how the young masters and mistresses make their way between the floors of the tower.
Huh.
Oh, a magical teleporter, so they don't have to climb the stairs. I assume.
Close. Please stand on the platform.
Steps
Okay.
onto the platform.
I suppose it's better than
You watch
flight
as
stairs.
Grimble stands in the centre where there's a large indenture in the centre of the platform. He takes out what appears to be a bronze rod. It telescopes out and he inserts it. He twists it slightly and the platform starts to float upwards.
Oh, an elevator. A magic one.
Last time we were on something
Yes,
like this, we
it's-
were attacked by a giant golem.
Yeah, but that one was purely
Right.
mechanical.
Was I there for that, or was that before me?
That
Ah,
was
it was
before
before
you
you.
joined our merry band.
Yes, well, the golems in the tower, or various constructs in the tower, are not dangerous. We are very specific that nothing dangerous is kept on the grounds of the academy itself. We do have facilities where we work on such things, but those are far away from here.
Hmm.
Yeah, constructs can be a little bit tricky. I heard.
Not just constructs, there are many magical mishaps I've had to clean up over the years.
Yeah, I remember a story of a mechanical creature that apparently killed people.
You didn't need to hear stories. We dealt with them. We fought them. One of them tried to turn into a literal god.
No, that was a long time. That was before we came here.
My point still stands.
Allow me to finish the sentence, Squish. What he's trying to say was, in Waterdeep.
I was trying to avoid it, but yes. There were rumors that a mechanical contraption killed people. Apparently destroyed by a bunch of kobolds.
It doesn't take long for the platform to reach the level it's ascending to. Judging from the distance, you would say you're actually quite high up. It's about 100 or so feet above the ground. Before the platform comes to a rest, you hear a few clicks as locks are put into place, and you're left outside in a little reception area with 2 suits of armour stood nearby and some rather nice looking furniture. If you'd be so kind as to wait here, I shall inform the Archmage of your arrival.
Very well.
Oh, that is very nice. That's a very nice carving in that chair.
Storm just
Jeremiah.
makes himself comfy.
Actually, yeah, Storm and Jeremiah, I would like you to make me perception checks, please.
The furniture and mimics roll for initiative.
No. Yet you both notice that the chair seems to oddly not seem quite stable.
Okay, this is a
You
bit
also-
funky.
You also notice that there seems to be 2 almost twig-like structures slightly curling as though they're alive.
Can I make a nature check, Seph? This seems like some not potentially
Yes,
fey
you
or
can.
elemental nonsense.
Yes, you can.
16. Ooh,
Oh,
moderate.
hang on. Ooh. You are somewhat familiar with sapient pearwood, a very rare type of tree that is used for mainly animated chests, but also mobility chairs.
I was waiting for that reference the entire game.
Well, if we're gonna, since we got people who want, basically we're giving a bit of a leg up to the people responsible for the combat wheelchair in D&D. So yeah, this is our way of referencing it.
Yep.
Support that shit.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah. I know that there's druids who do chairs that in that style.
Oh, Jeremiah goes further than that. These are made out of sapient pearwood.
Oh.
These chairs have thoughts and feelings.
Oh. So it's the work of Igmar. Yeah, looks actually like a chair from Igmar, the half-elf druid.
Same for me.
Based on the style.
I'm starting to
He's
think you
completely-
just throw names out to make it sound like you know things.
I think he is.
To be fair, he is a carpenter.
Oh, well, I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure
that's
that
fair.
this fine chair is all natural. Isn't that right, my friend? For lack of a better descriptor, Storm affectionately pets the chair.
You feel one of the tendrils kind of pet your hand back.
Oh,
Storm.
Storm.
Storm. They ask the chair to grow in a certain shape, not that they carve in a traditional sense. It's a collaborative effort between the wood and the carpenter, the furniture maker.
A few minutes pass, and Grimble pops his head back out again. Right, ladies and gentlemen, the Archmage is ready to see you now. He's just finished up on an experiment, so I would be very careful. He watches, he kind of stands to one side and holds. He stands to one side and holds the door open for you.
alright, we'll be on our best behavior. Thank you, Grimble.
Jeremiah adjusts his sentinel shield, just in case.
Okay, let's just pop you into. There we go. You walk into the large office-like room. There's a very large table in the room where you can see various things bubbling away. A few large tomes laid open. There's a little doorway out to the balcony. There's a large widow's walk around the top of the tower. And there's a large high-backed chair facing towards the door. You can hear, coming from beneath the large table, rattling and snuffling sounds. Oh, yes, sorry, I'll be with you in a minute.
That's fine.
watch-
Do you need any assistance, or...?
Oh, no, I should be fine, You watch as the curled over point, you can see the top of a wizard's hat kind of poke up and then start bobbing around behind the table for a few seconds before you watch as hopping up into the chair is the Archmage of Ventral.
Oh boy. Oh.
Sat in the chair is a little black scale kobold with wings, a blue wizard's robe, a little polka dot tie, and you can see embroidered on one side of his hat the word wizard.
Is it spelled with a Z?
Yes, wizard is spelt with a Z.
Wizard.
He's got magical runes on his hat.
Oh, of course it's spelled with a Z. I meant like a backwards Z or something.
No, it's spelled regularly.
Okay.
Oh no, it is backwards. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's spelled backwards. Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't know
But
why.
God,
But
It's
I
an
have.
accent. It's an accent.
Yes. Yes.
Hmm.
So, how can I help you?
That's a
Well,
good question, Dungeon Master. It's been a couple weeks since we were briefed on the specifics of our mission here. I could use a refresher if that's okay.
You were coming to ask about finding Lord Harramount in Ventral City.
Oh, okay, it's as simple as that. All right.
yeah.
Archmage, we are here looking for the whereabouts of one Lord Harramount. I imagine you may know of him.
Oh yes, I suspected that some members of the faculty here have been interfering with external powers. I did know that Professor Forrester and Professor Carr were up to something, but I wasn't exactly sure what they were doing.
Hmm.
At least, call me Gonk.
Oh, well, it's a pleasure to meet you, Gonk.
But yes, I shall. The best I can do is take you down to where I suspect our friends have been interfering. He kind of hops back down from the chair, grabs his staff. It's a fairly basic staff. You can tell he's just it's an old staff. It's not a formal item. It's basically his workaround day-to-day stuff.
Yeah.
You watch as he kind of trots out from behind the table, starts leading you back towards the lift platform. It isn't long before you are taken down a couple of floors, further down still, beyond the lowest level, into the basement area.
I don't suppose you have any idea what kind of experiments they would have been meddling with.
Well, all the really dangerous stuff was taken off site. We had a few external outposts out in the Maelstrom Islands, a few places in the wildlands. We even have a place up near the dark in Shadowlands. You know, where the vampires are.
Oh.
We don't hear much from them these days. They tend to be busy with analyzing the pyramids. So, but yes. The laboratories are just down here. You watch as Gonk kind of starts to lead you through the dungeons of the Crystal Tower. You can see seams of aorine sort of inlaid into the pillars. You can tell this is a place where there's a lot of magical energy going around.
Oh, yeah. Practically feel it in the air.
Oh, yes. You
I'm
make
just
your
gonna
way
say, Squish
through.
is just sitting there wondering if he's just a weird type of dragon. She doesn't think kobolds could have wings. So she's kind of like looking between him and midnight, and going, ah.
Oh, you. 1 second. I'm just gonna. Oof, yeah. You're wondering about my wings, my dear. Some kobolds are lucky enough to get a little bit more draconic in their DNA.
Mm-hmm.
Their essence, I should say.
Oh.
Kobolds get a little bit more draconic in us, so. Yeah, we get wings. Only some of us, though.
Okay. I suppose that's kind of cool. Hey, Mitty. Lucy, why are you walking on my keyboard?
You keep walking down till you find the laboratory. Gonk goes inside, and you can see there's a few. When you roll me a religion check.
Okay. Where are you?
Squish is surprisingly proficient in religion.
Where's Jeremiah
yeah,
has
everyone. Yeah, I'd say everyone. You recognize the various symbols of various different gods. There's one for Salune, one for Sehanine, Pelor, Orm. But then you notice symbols for Bane and Viatar and Asmodeus.
They're running the whole gambit.
Oh yes, yes. This is our experimental chamber for divine magic.
How
So
has
the
that
academic-
been going?
Oh, we've been going for centuries. I mean, Academic Arcanum finds itself on being the world's premier magic college. As such, we train some clerics and paladins, as well as wizards, warlocks, sorcerers, druids. Pretty much anyone who can do magic is allowed here.
Oh, well, hear that, Midi? Looks like you have an education ahead of you.
Oh, we've never had a dragon. Well, we had dragons on staff, but never a dragon student.
I think he's a little bit young to be living away from home right now.
Oh, yes, but in the future.
But yes, let's see. Actually, I'm looking for. It kind of indicates a length. I'm looking for a scroll case about this long. I should have a symbol on it for transportation.
All right, we saw one of those earlier. OT will help out too.
Okay. As you look around.
Way too confusing.
Jeremiah, you just see all these symbols and it just kind of becomes a little bit too much. Use a bit too much input. Storm, you immediately find a few scrolls with transmutation symbol on them.
Well, I found a few of what you're looking for. Will anyone do?
Oh yes, just have a quick look for them. Oh dear. This is not good.
Oh. Are they going to explode?
Oh, no, it's just that we were looking into how some clerics are able to assume a form relevant to their deity. You know, it's like how paladins are able to do it.
Oh, yes.
But this was to attempt to allow conventional magicians, like wizards, to be able to do it. But, oh dear, it seems as though 2 of them are missing.
Ah. That's a problem.
Yes, it is quite a problem. I have a horrible feeling that somebody has gone into the forbidden part of the undercroft.
Well, I have an inkling about where one of the scrolls would have went, but who took the other one?
You see, we didn't make it relevant to whatever deity the user is aligned to. It's more of a, it could turn you into celestial, one can turn you celestial, one can turn you into a fiend. That sort of thing.
Exactly the kind of thing that you want in the hands of power-hungry, would-be tyrants.
Yes, like I say, the problem is the Undercroft is where we sealed away one of our, shall we say, more unconventional experiments back in the day.
Yeah, if you really wanted to hide something like that, you could put it in with the boring books like the tax law. No one ever looks at those.
By unconventional, do we mean potentially illegal?
Oh, no, it's not illegal, just these creatures were, well, we're not really sure where they came from. It was just, we knew that the best thing to do with them is to keep them somewhere secure, so we sealed off part of the city waterways and basically put them down there.
Well, I hope they've been comfortable this whole time, or else they're going to be really pissed.
Well, I hope so too. As far as we were aware, they matched their habitat. They seem to come from a place with a lot of mist.
You know, it's possible that they degraded into a tribe of troglodytes.
I doubt it. They were not sentient to begin with.
Then they upgraded to troglodyte. I don't know. It sounds like a bad idea
Yeah,
just to
yeah.
lock them away somewhere and don't keep an eye on them.
Well, it was more a case of we couldn't exactly. They aren't very good with magic.
As in, something happens to them when they're exposed with magic, or they blow things up themselves?
It's more that they are resistant to it.
So they got a sort of magic dampening field.
Precisely, so we can't really be too close without the very specific trained members of our college. Like Madame Behelim here.
Well, if there's a fight, I reckon I'll handle myself okay. I don't rely on my magic too much. I rely on my great big fucking sword.
Well, that is what I was hoping. I mean, like I say, we're not really 100% sure where these things came from. They just sort of appeared one day.
Well, and I don't know one end of a magic wand from the other.
Pointy end
Well,
towards the enemy.
Yes, it tends to be the point that you have to point.
You do know what I was trying to say.
Jeremiah face bombing at the two of them.
You do know what I tried to imply, right?
Yes, we know, Jeremiah, we're just having fun.
Good.
Squish just being oblivious and Ardeth trying to genuinely give him education. It's just like, and Jeremiah's like, sarcasm, guys.
Oh no,
sarcasm.
Ardeth was being devastatingly sarcastic.
Holy shit.
Stop just happy Ardeth made a joke.
Squish remains being an idiot and oblivious.
To be honest, Jeremiah was making a joke at his own expense.
Anyway, what do these
He
things
would know
look like?
which way. Yes.
They kind of look like cats.
Cats.
Yes, cats.
Cats
Could
like
you be a bit more specific?
cats like four-legged purring, or cats like and like points up at
Four-legged purring types, but they're very small.
Oh.
At least
Okay.
that's what they look. That's what the report said they look like. I haven't actually seen them myself.
There's
So
no way I could make a roll for this, is there, Seph? Since the impression I'm getting, like, this is weird shit, like beyond Ranger lore.
Yes,
So
this is beyond Ranger law.
if they're just kittens, they wouldn't be dangerous.
I'm going to assume they have a little bit more than claws up their sleeves. Wait, do they wear clothes?
You mean sleeves?
I do not believe so. No, they seem to be considered tennis to a regular house cat.
You cut out a bit there, Seph. We didn't catch most of that.
They seem to be similar intelligence to a regular house cat.
I'm just getting more and more curious about these strange felines.
But yes, I would be very careful down there.
Are you sure they're not just some magically messed up kittens?
No, I'm pretty sure because they just appeared out of thin air.
Magic bullshit.
Junk. Sorry, is there anything you require? I mean, we have, if you have any need of, I doubt you'll need them, but if you need potions, we have some fresh brewed.
I think we got a ton of potions, haven't we? Like, we've been really stocking up lately.
We do, but I will never refuse more potions.
That's wise.
Oh, okay. You watch as Gunk reaches into his robe and pulls out 4 potions of superior healing.
Excellent.
Grabby.
Well, with that, I best take you to the entranceway. Kind of shuffles his way past, leading you further down the corridor to a very large, ornate-looking door made of what appears to be iron. You watch as he traces a few thalamic runes on it, taps his staff on the face carved into it. The face opens to reveal the keyhole. He reaches into his robe, pulls out a key, and unlocks the door for you. Now, you will be careful down there, won't you?
Yeah, sure.
So
And we're always careful.
Good. Well, I wish you the best of luck.
We will try to come back alive. Before we do go down there, does everybody have potions on hand?
Oh yeah, I'm loaded for bear.
Yes,
Yeah.
I believe we do, yes.
Yeah, I do have a potion of superior healing and a potion of regular healing. Also, if any of these creatures are going to be weird, I do have one of the javelins that transforms whoever I hit into rats.
Forgot you had that. Sammy, do you want any potions?
I believe I'm good.
Well, we know you're good, but would you like potions?
When you go down there, I will have to reactivate the wards, so you'll find on the other side of the door what appears to be a button just where the keyhole is. So just press that and it'll let me know that you're wanting to come out.
All right, we'll buzz out if we
If you need to.
yes. I mean, when we're done, we should probably need to, because otherwise, where would we go?
Well, I don't know, Jeremiah. We could probably start a civilization down here, like the little cat things did.
There are rumors that there is a secret way into the Colosseum down there. But that's just rumors. No one's really been down there in a very long time.
Ah, rumors, yes.
Looks over to Storm, who yesterday was a little bit awkward when we were in the Colosseum, because he had seen Storm had seen the vision of the future of us fighting in the Colosseum.
Mm-hmm.
Well, anyway, shall we go down and possibly beat up some strange little cats? I don't like the way God just giggled there.
Yeah, I mean, do we have another choice? I do have the feeling we're on something called a railroad.
Not if we want to find Harramount.
Yeah, the alternative is to let him get away again, and considering how we're all pretty pissed off that keeps happening, that's not an option. So, onwards, I say.
You all make your way down the little corridor, down a small staircase, and find yourselves inside the Undercroft.
I see nothing.
I am in darkness.
You should be able to see.
I see only my token, and that's it.
Same. I'm just floating in the void.
Yeah.
I can see.
Damn it.
At least some people see. I see only myself.
Give me a second.
I can only see through Specky's eyes.
While Seph fixes this, I'll be super quick.
Oh, hang on, wait a second. Do you have dark vision? Because you should have dark vision.
See nothing.
Give me a second.
Samael stares into the void. The void stares back at him.
Well,
He understands the true nature of the universe.
Should probably have lit a torch.
The one I keep seeing is I stared deep into the void and the void said, snackies. And it's usually just a zoom in of a black cat and then the cat just meowing.
Yeah.
Okay, Ardeth will draw her rapier, which gives her 30 feet of light.
And the universe.
Cool. If anyone could tell me when they start seeing.
There we go.
I'm back.
There
I
we
see
are.
things.
Yeah. I'm
I see
just
the
giving
light.
people dark vision. Sammy, stay there.
I wasn't trying to bolt ahead. I was seeing if the tokens were working.
I'm not giving you dark vision yet. There we go. Oh, that should be 60 feet.
Okay. Things are
Right,
working.
there we go. Everyone who has dark vision should have dark vision now.
Yup.
Specky should have night vision for 100 feet. Right. I would like everyone to roll me some initiative, please.
Okay.
Dungeon rules.
Oh yay, a 6. Good job, Storm. And you have
A 9.
advantage on initiative. Oh,
If that's 1,
oh
2,
son, not
3,
you
4,
too.
5.
Did you roll with
Those-
initiative?
Oh, damn it, Squish.
With advantage, Storm?
You just need Squish.
Yeah,
you just need
it's
midnight now.
applied
Yeah,
automatically.
just waiting for Midnight's character sheet to load. There we
Yeah.
go. My boy!
And I shall arrange you in order. Hey, Jeremiah. Would you like to light a torch? I will let you have that as a free action.
Yeah.
Okay,
I might
you
be,
will be able to...
given that I'm in the lead now.
Mm-hmm. There we go. 30 feet.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
That's it, bear me just one
5,
moment, please.
10. Max movement.
1 second. So I've got to add these.
You know, before we start our dungeon adventure, I just have to say, the Archmage is really freaking cute, guys.
Yes, he is.
I really wanted to boop the snoop, but I think he probably would have blasted me into tiny bits.
Yeah, same.
Alright, let's do
Midnight.
this.
Midnight's up next.
Okay, Midnight's just gonna hobble over here. He doesn't want to get too far ahead of Mama.
Okay.
Oh my god, I see, that's
So-
adorable.
Is Ardeth. She's going to 1,
Agreed.
2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Squish.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Just a peek around this corner.
Okay. As you peek around the corner, roll me a perception check, please.
Sure. While I'm doing that, can I ask for a duplicated Specky? Because I have a feeling we're going to get spread out.
Yep.
Perception.
1 second. Let's copy. I'll put the duplicated Specky down here.
Huzzah!
Yep. Double your sport, double your pleasure.
Didn't know potatoes were suddenly appearing.
Squish, as you peek down this corner, you can't see anything beyond just the wall. These be totally regular and normal.
Does she hear anything?
You can hear something coming from here. A strange series of high-pitched.
Oh boy.
I hear kitties. She's just gonna point down this corridor.
Okay. Next up is Samael.
And we're at movement speed.
Yep, we're at movement speed.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that's what all Sammy can do for the moment.
Okay, next up is Bolt.
Bolt, you go get a beat on the situation. Come back if you see trouble, alright? Bolt would just give a birdie salute and go, "Rah!" And then swoosh off. Let's see. Gets about there.
Okay.
I'm gonna wish the map would update, but it hasn't.
Oh, right, 1 second. Bolt has. Does Bolt have night vision?
No, he doesn't.
That's probably why.
Oh, are you serious? Oh, no, that. Fine. He has to guess then, doesn't he?
You will have to rely on one of his other sins.
Yes. Well, bugger.
Bolt, stay by mom.
Bolt reluctantly has to admit that he can't see in the dark yet. So yeah, he'll stick by Goblin Mom.
You're up next.
Okay. Let's see. Okay. Yes. Oh, we're in the same space, basically. So,
Okay. Is there anything you'd like to do?
Well, I can use feline agility to get a bit more movement, but I don't really see the point at this juncture, so... Hang on, let me see. Do I have, like, something I could give Bolt so he's not in the dark? I don't suppose anyone knows the light cantrip.
We shall have a quick check.
Come on, don't look at me.
Nope. Ardeth does not have light.
I do have a torch, but I think that might be a little bit tricky to fly around with the torch in the claws.
I should have thought of this, but I didn't. This situation's never come up before where Bolt needed to see in the dark.
Isn't Bolt technically a phoenix? Can't he set himself on fire?
He is
Not
like
yet.
kind of, yeah. He needs to go to the plane of fire first to become fully realized. Oh
Jeremiah.
well.
Pardon me. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, and he stops as he spots a creature.
As you look around the corner, you don't see one creature. Instead, you see about half a dozen or so small ones. They seem to resemble a sphinx. And I shall just show you all what this looks like.
Oh boy.
Oh Jesus, what is that?
It does not look friend-shaped.
Jeremiah takes 5 feet step, goes 5 feet back.
That's what looks like.
He does not want to engage with it, not yet.
That's what it looks like when the tablons go bad.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have
It's
fed
a
them after
terrible.
midnight storm. Why?
Oh! Hey, look! Bloody posted a pic of our group in the chat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Seems about right.
I mean, without it's like herding cats.
For anyone curious.
Jeremiah's not going to raise his voice.
Roll me a stealth.
Not very stealthy, that big boy.
Ooh, let's see what you got. Yeah, you are somehow able to keep yourself quiet enough for these creatures not to hear you. Because I'm going to be rolling dice for when we're not in combat for these.
Okay. Guys,
Yeah.
those are not ordinary cats. They look unusual. Twisted, I would say. End of turn.
Okay, next up is Midnight.
Okay. Little Mary is gonna scuttle a little closer. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and scooch here. Just to the other side of the corridor. And that's pretty much it.
Okay. Next up is Ardeth. She's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She's going to stop there. So, what do you suggest we do?
Usually I would suggest destroying them with magic, but given that they are apparently magic resistant, we'll have to do it the old-fashioned way, I assume. Unless, of course, they don't pay us any heed. If we're lucky, they don't care about us and instead play with whatever they're playing with.
That's a possibility. Did you manage to see any other ways we could get around them?
Not really. It looked like it was sitting a little bit off to the side. If we were really stealthy, and let me be honest, I don't think I can be very stealthy.
Let's see. We may have to eliminate them.
Yes.
If I may remind you, that's literally our job down here. The Archmage asked us very nicely to deal with them.
Yeah. Yeah, that too. The Archmage wanted us to deal with the situation in general.
If you want extra stealth, I can pop a spell.
Stealth will probably not help when we're engaging them.
Then you're overthinking it.
Let's just go punch them.
Yeah.
Yes,
You
I mean,
have a great big axe. Use it.
yes, if we're here to eliminate them, we might as well eliminate them.
The only one who's really at a disadvantage here is going to be Ardeth and maybe Mitty.
I would remind you, Ardeth is a dab hand of a sword.
That is true. Most of us have either big smashy things or very sharp pointy things.
Gold nods sagely. Damn right.
How difficult can these things be? Famous last words.
It's just an unidentified creature, presumably from a foreign plane. What could go wrong?
Oh, a lot of
Just
things,
say
but I don't want to think
Squish.
about that.
I'd rather think about you.
Bolt can now temporarily see because Squish's blush has lit up the room.
Oh, yes.
So let's
All right.
let's go mugging.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just gonna say, Squish, you did get those whispers, didn't you?
Huh. Swish has got to look around for a moment. Let's hear that.
Nope, don't think I did. What did you hear?
Someone was saying precious little pets, beautiful little spell eaters. No, seriously, no one else heard that.
Storm shakes his head. No, not at all, but it's not the kind of stuff I like to hear.
Spell eaters.
Yeah,
we
I
really
have a
shouldn't use-
hunch.
We really shouldn't use anything magic on these guys.
Uh-huh. The Archmage says magic reacts strangely around them. I imagine they eat it.
I'm still like really freaked out about the voice in my head.
Oh yeah, no, I don't blame you. At least when it's not me. Do you need a cuddle?
Let's just deal with this and get out of here. This place is giving me the creeps.
Right, you all heard the lady. Let's get to smashing.
I don't know where we're in the turn order all of a sudden because we've got a little bit
Yeah. Squish is up
cross-eyed.
next.
Squish is next? Oh, okay.
Yep, Squish
Okay,
is next.
so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Oh, yeah. 35,
Yeah.
40, 45. Squish has a base movement of 50 feet. I completely forgot about that. So,
Squish.
basically, you're gonna run around the corner
Are
and
you
hopefully
gonna-
surprise this thing.
Okay. I will let you have a surprise attack on it. On them. Okay.
One,
That will hit. 10
two,
damage. That will miss. Actually, no, it's surprise, so yeah, you get advantage. That will also hit.
1, 2. How many fairy points to attack do I get again? Is it 2 or 3?
I
believe
believe
it's
it's
3.
level 3.
Ah, yeah, that's
You're going to use your bonus action to attack as well.
it. No,
Oh, yeah,
Flurry of Blows is a bonus action.
yeah, that is. Let's say you get 2 attacks, so
Yeah, that's 1 unarmed strike, 2 unarmed strikes, and 3 Flurry of Blows, so that's 5 rapid punches.
yeah, you basically just punch all these cats out.
That was easier than I anticipated. Guys, the cat exploded. It's like, there's just like a pool of mess now at Squish's feet.
Squish, roll me a perception check.
Sure.
As you look down to where these cat-like creatures are, you notice that their bodies seem to be dissolving, and you notice a mist around your feet.
Is Squish smart enough to realize that we might be dealing with fiends or demons?
Roll me a intelligence check.
Oh yeah, because that's great at Squish!
You're smarter than Jeremiah. See?
Yeah, you realise that these creatures are not from this plane. but you can't say for certain where they are from.
Okay. Ah,
Given the color of the
guys.
mist, I would guess Barovia.
Guys, do you remember that time we fought a demon and he melted after we killed him? It's happening again.
Oh Lord.
I think these things might be little demons.
Oh good. That means they should take extra damage from radiant.
Okay, and that is Squish's turn, basically.
Okay. Next up is Samael.
Oh god.
Okay. Give me 1 second. Boop, boop. Okay. So 10, 5, 30, and dash by 10, 15, 5, 30. Get up by Squish.
Okay. Is there anything you'd like to do?
That's a dash is an action, correct?
Yeah, dash is an action. Unless you got uncanny dodge. Pick that spell. I'll go ahead and summon my spiritual. Actually, never mind. Okay. Next up is Bolt.
Hi. Since Bolt can't really do much on his own in his current predicament, I'm gonna take Bolt and Storm's turn at the same time since
Yeah.
they'll be moving
Yeah.
together. Okay.
Yeah, I'll let you use Bolt's turn on for movement.
Thank you. Okay, let's get moving. Let's see. I'll use feline agility this turn to get up to Squish. Let's see. So it's about 20 feet to get there. So that's 20 feet. And I got 20 feet remaining. Well, before I keep moving some more, I heard something about fiends and devils.
Yeah, look. She points to the melty thing. Also, I'm pretty sure whatever is in charge down here knows we're here.
Oh yeah, I heard them
Where's the
too.
key?
Yeah, I heard them too. They're rather interested. I'm sure they'll make their presence known soon enough. Let's see. Storm's gonna take a peek down these hallways. Like, I don't know if I have to pick one or the other, since he can see down both.
Okay, just bear with me just 1 second.
No worries.
I would say roll me a perception.
Mm-hmm. Where is that perception? Boop.
You notice up here the strange cat-like creatures in a little pile here, but the sound is a little loud. You kind of see them fight, scrapping amongst themselves. You can definitely see one up here.
Okay.
One group here, I should say.
Would you say that if I chose to fire off an Eldritch Blast, that would be possible?
I would say you'd be doing it at disadvantage because they're within 3/4 cover, basically.
Okay. No, I won't do that, especially since, magic don't work right. So Storm's just gonna, point down that corridor and mention the cat things. There's more of them down there.
Okay, next up is Jeremiah.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40,
Yeah, you
I
can
don't-
definitely see more of these creatures ahead.
Yeah, just barely. It's right
Mhm.
on the edge of my vision.
I just need to roll something very quick. Ooh dear. Yeah, you can see this group staring at you. You can see their eyes gleaming in the darkness. You can just hear a
Nice kitty.
Uh-oh.
and we are now in combat.
Fuck.
I shall just okay. And we'll just change music.
Peace was never an option, Cork.
I know. It would just be something that Jeremiah would at least try.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I love this one.
Next up, first up, the Grimishka is going to have their turn, their speed. Okay, 1 second. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. They're going to leap up at you, and they're going to try to bite you.
Yeah.
Does that hit?
Let me just check. Yeah, that hits.
Okay. You take 12 piercing damage and 8 force damage as you feel the little fangs
At
sink
this
into your
point,
flesh.
as he's currently not very angry, still very calm, he takes the full 20.
Okay. Next up is Midnight.
Okay. Matey is gonna quickly scrabble through 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. What is his movement speed? Yeah, and he's just going to dash. And get behind Cat Dad.
Okay.
Let's see. Not much he can do, unfortunately, because he doesn't want to cast a spell at this thing.
Okay. Next up, you watch Jeremiah as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more of these creatures come out. They dash past you. 1, 2, and start to hiss at Storm. Next up's Ardeth. She's gonna dash. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. That's all she can really do. Samael.
Okay. Time to be the war cleric and go hit things. So, actually, first, before I move, I'm going to now summon my spiritual weapon and place it back behind there.
Okay, 1 second.
Because while I may not have any intelligence modifiers, I am a smart cleric. Sometimes.
Okay, so it's behind Mishka.
Yep.
Okay. 26 will definitely hit. So that's 12.
And then run up to it
Mhm.
and smack it.
Okay, that will hit.
There's the fire damage and the rest of the damage. 10 points.
Okay, 10 points. Yeah, you managed to take out a fair few of these little creatures, but there's still a couple left. Still milling around. Next up, Squish.
Okay, so it looks like these guys have gotten that. But, can't slip past enemies. So screw it. 5, 10, 15, 20. Slide through Storm's legs and punch this thing on the side.
Okay.
On strike.
You punch it. Yeah. That's gonna hit.
And
Yeah, that's gonna hit as well.
bonus action, just punch again. Want to hold on to some of my
Okay.
key points for a bit.
Yeah. They just instantly dissolve into mist. Next up.
Hey, told you they
Bolt.
were weird.
Hey. Right, Bolt's gonna flap over here. Because he can hear what's going on, if nothing else. And even though he can't see in the dark, he still has sharp birdie eyes, so that should help.
And Jeremiah has a torch out, so he can.
Oh yeah! You're quite right. So yeah, Bolt's vision was fine, as long as he was within Jeremiah's light radius. Keep that in mind in the future. Yeah. So yay! No rolls at disadvantage! Woo! Alright, you know what Bolt's gonna do. He's got talons and there's a lot of like little killies to tear at. Presuming 25 hits.
25 will hit.
Fantastic. Ooh! Not bad, son. Not bad at all.
Yeah, Bolt just tears at this creature. It hisses angrily at him.
Mm-hmm.
He manages to take out a couple of them, but there's still a few left.
I have a question, like, how big are they individually? Because if they're a swarm, they can't be that big.
They are not, no.
Okay, then for flavor, Bolt's just gonna chop down on one of the ones he ate, like X's, and scream right on back at them as they hiss.
Don't eat things you pick up off the street. Ah!
I imagine they probably turn to smoke or something before he gets like.
Yeah, they become mist. Yeah. Speaking of which,
Look
Storm,
cool.
you are now up.
All right, so bit of a sticky situation. Can't get into melee, so Storm's gonna pull out something he hasn't used for a long time. His longbow of warning. Well, let me just get this dust off here.
Just don't shoot me in the back.
I'll try not to, Jeremiah.
Thank you.
Imagine doing
Not 20.
That's gonna hit. Yep. Roll damage.
Woo, bonk.
Yeah, your arrow basically shatters on the floor, and the splinters just take the rest of them out.
Still got it.
And I just need one moment, so I'll just put music back on. So just talk amongst yourselves.
People think beefy people can't use a bow. Do they realize how much upper body strength it takes to pull this thing?
I wonder if you could
Thing
fire
is just
Swish.
thing is, the less practice you have with something recently, the more likely you are to miss. So I've heard.
But thankfully I didn't. Alright, so how's everyone feeling after that little tussle?
I'll live. Give me a few scratches.
I get the feeling something strange is going on down here and I don't like it.
Oh yeah. I mean, that much is obvious. There's
At
something
least-
here and it's watching us of interest.
At least no one's been talking to me yet.
Well, I should probably be more specific. They're interested in me.
What are they saying to you?
Oh, they say I'm hungry for blood. Don't know where they got that idea from. Imagine even Devillo's rolling his eyes. It's like, really? Alright, I have a little bit of an inkling of where that idea may have come from.
They do know that's very, very cliched, right? Shut up, Everlaw.
Hey, Storm. What does
Yeah.
what does amenable mean?
It means agreeable or friendly. Friendly.
It means more like that you're willing to accept a suggestion or to submit to authority.
Oh dear. They seem to think I'm that word.
They think you're agreeable?
Yeah.
In what regard?
They said I might be that word.
I think they may be considering, if we are dealing with fiends, to make you an offer that you can't refuse.
Okay. If I go crazy, tie me up.
Okay. I can do that, but I think you're tougher than you think you are.
Mm.
To be honest, I would be more worried about me going crazy. I mean, when I go full rage mode, yeah, I do see red.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Thank you very much.
Right, so, shall we proceed onwards? Down that way direction.
All right.
Which direction are you going?
5,
This
10,
way.
15, 20, 25. Looks like a dead end to me.
Take the sack of potatoes to be sure.
So are we back in exploration mode, or is this free movement?
Yes, we're back in exploration mode.
Okay.
So yeah, Jeremiah had his movement. Midnight.
He wasn't gone his full movement.
Maybe he's just gonna hang out here and wait for Mama to go. Because Jeremiah said up there's a dead end, so no point in following Jeremiah.
Yeah, we'll go with free movement. Make it easier.
Yeah, he just said gone back because I had not gone the entirety of my movement.
Before you move, I would like you to make me a perception check.
I can do that.
Yes. As you look around, you just about manage to notice the cold trail of the walls and floor in this corridor.
A cold trail?
Yes, a slimy, sticky trail.
Fun.
Oh, like a snail trail. Okay.
Yes.
She's gonna like squat down, find like a stick or something, and like poke it and see what it is. See if she can discern what it is.
Okay.
That was probably not wise.
That's why I said
As
she's
you
gonna poke it with a
go-
stick, not her finger.
Okay. That's better.
As you do so, you suddenly look up.
Don't be a gelatinous cube, don't be a gelatinous cube.
Oh, would you look at that? You see this large mass of quivering disturbance in the air ahead of you make its way towards you. You're just outside of its reach, however.
Retreat.
Free movement, or are we in initiative order now?
Yes, I will allow you free movement to get back.
Ah, big jelly thing!
Oh, don't tell me it was a gelatinous cube. I hate gelatinous cubes.
Ah, know, but it's like really big and there's like bones floating in it.
It's a gelatinous cube, okay.
Well, it certainly isn't a blancmange.
Ha
just gonna
ha ha!
add it to
Funny!
initiative.
I don't know what that is.
It's preferable to a gelatinous cube, I'll tell you that much.
To be honest,
Squish is powerless against this thing. Squish can't do fuck all to this.
huh.
Things to think your way out of this.
Hmm.
Got an idea?
Jeremiah, you're up first. You're not in combat yet, but once it reaches you all, you will be in combat.
Storm, what's your idea?
I'm gonna make it go boom.
You make it go boom.
Yeah,
All
it's
right.
the cat things that eat up magic. A gelatinous cube is still a gelatinous cube.
Hmm.
I just want to point out it was very possible that Squish could have just walked straight into this.
Yep, that's how the gelatinous cube works.
For anyone who is not aware, the gelatinous cube is entirely see-through. It is almost invisible. Unless there's something in it, or you succeed at like a ridiculously high perception check.
Yeah, if no one else has a bright idea, can I do what I want to do?
I had the idea of throwing a javelin of lightning at it, but your idea sounds better. It might be that the javelins might work even against those magical bullshit.
Yeah, we're running out of time to talk.
Yep. You go do your thing.
Stormcast Shatter here.
Yeah.
Okay. You hear... Actually, Storm, I would like you to make me a perception check.
Oh boy, this will be fun. 17.
Okay, just 1 second. So that takes it down to... Yeah, you heard that as the shatter hit the creature, you could swear you heard it scream in pain.
Wait. That's not normal. Oh no.
I'd like you to roll me a D100, please.
I just nuked someone who'd been like polymorphed or something against their will. That's a 10.
Ooh. You watch as it slips back round the corner.
Okay, that was strange. I think I may have just attacked an unfortunate victim. I don't suppose you know remove curse, Samael, or dispel magic or something like that?
Let's see. Aid, protection from poison, protection from energy, revivify.
Good lord, I hope
Protection
I'm
from
wrong,
good and
because
evil.
being turned into a gelatinous cube is not a fun fate. Ooh.
I do have that other javelin still. That transforms someone into a rat.
I mean, if my hunch is correct, that would be preferable to being like an amorphous cube.
And the guys upstairs would be able to possibly revert the issue.
It's an idea, Jeremiah. We'll keep that on the table. Any luck, Samael?
Unfortunately, no. I believe counterspell is actually some kind of a wizard or sorcerer spell.
What about you, Ardeth? You got dispel magic in that big old spell book of yours?
I don't believe I do.
Then I guess your idea is the only one left on the table, Jeremiah.
I can bestow a curse, but I can't remove it.
I have a question, Jeremiah. How long does that effect last?
The player does not remember, and he didn't note it down, unfortunately.
I'd just like to ask, who has a passive perception of 14?
Stormhand and Bolt
15.
have higher than that.
Right. Everyone who has a passive perception above 14, you can hear what almost sounds like crying.
Oh, now I feel even worse.
We need to hear it.
Okay.
All right.
I
Solid
mean,
plan or not?
if that creature can squish,
So we're just gonna like look around the corner and try to determine if the crying noise is coming from the cube. If that makes any sense.
Roll me, and make an investigation check. Yeah, this gelatinous cube seems to be in pain.
Hi. Are you friendly?
You watch as you get the sense that it seems to be looking at you.
Okay. Oh god, how are we gonna communicate this? Oh right. Jiggle once for yes, twice for no. Do you understand me?
You watch as it extends a pseudopod out just a few feet, and it seems to try to form a mouth. No heart.
No heart.
No heart.
Okay. Okay, we won't hurt you if you don't try to hurt us.
The pseudopod kind of flicks up and down, like nodding.
Yeah, guys, I think this thing is friendly. At least it's scared of getting hurt.
Well, okay. This is very peculiar.
How did you get down here?
Out manner creatures start to think.
You ate a lot of things and got smart.
The pseudopod nods.
Do you still eat creatures?
Yes. Lapple bugs.
So did he say yappy things or nappy things?
Lappy things.
Oh, you mean that little cat swarm things? And Squish is gonna like motion to roughly the size of the creatures.
No. Creatures from elsewhere. Lapple bugs. Normal.
lapping things.
You mean bats?
you kind of get the sense of the. You actually watch as like a head-like shape kind of pushes out from the main body of the cube. It kind of tilts its head as it looks at you.
Does any of you have choke on them, or something that we can draw a very simple bat with?
The flappy things go squeak.
Squeak. Characteristic. Mouth. Tongue things inside.
Oh, I have no idea what he's talking about. Have you seen more of the little things that look like kitties?
Do not move from this place.
Okay. Will you let us get past you?
We'll try.
Yeah, you can come out this way into the bigger corridor, and then we can go past.
He already started moving back this way.
I'm negotiating with an ice cube. This is weird.
Yeah, I've seen many things. As a ranger, this is new to me.
I would like Squish to roll me a perception check.
Sure.
As the gelatinous cube moves, its body seems to be becoming more humanoid.
Okay, that's weird. It's shape-shifting. Sammy, you coming?
I'd say that everyone's following Squish. As you enter out into this watercourse here, you look to your left and you notice that the cube has shifted into a form that resembles a female Goliath.
Is that the form you like?
The cube nods.
Do you just want to stay here?
She tilts her head a little and nods again.
Okay. Well, thanks for letting us pass.
As you watch, she points up further down here towards the ceiling.
What do I see? It's
Roll
bats.
me a perception check.
Perception. 18.
Second.
Sturges!
Yep. You look up and you see 2 swarms of sturges.
Oh. Flappy things.
Oh, these are fun to deal with.
Cube
Okay.
nods.
Squish is going to rummage in her pack and pull out a few of her rations. Like, hold it out to the cube and be like, we're all supposed to thank you. We should feed you. You want these?
The cube nods happily and very carefully takes. Yeah, she very carefully takes the food off you. Also, that she doesn't hurt you.
Oh, you're cool. I'm gonna call you Jelly.
You watch as Jelly. She can't quite get the hang of eating yet, beyond what she already knows. So she just kind of lets the food pass through her, up through her arm and into her main body.
Squish's like fascinated watching it dissolve for a few minutes. Okay. Anyway. Thanks, Jelly. Come on, guys. We really got to deal with these things. Move on. Storm, you can do that blowy up thing again.
Yeah, I could do that.
Yeah, I will allow you to do that as a surprise action.
Okay, I'll use. Let's see, 10-foot radius. Good.
We
Sure.
negotiated
Why?
with the gelatinous cube. Sure, that's a thing that we can do.
Okay. Boom.
Okay.
About here.
I need to just do Constitution saves to these two. I'll do that with the dice.
Seph, I can't believe you managed to
Those
make me
both
feel bad
failed.
about attacking a gelatinous cube.
Okay, that's one. And okay, I shall just roll initiative for these beam boys. Once I've got the character sheets open.
Right, I'll be super quick, guys.
No worries. Oh, what do you think of my little pets?
I think they're horrible and creepy. And my theory is they are either little demons / fiends, or they were created magically by some fucked up experiment by someone in the university who's tried to hide their mistake.
I know at least 2 potential characters. One of them regrets working with Sir Arsehole, Sir Harramount, and one of them has been a little bit dead and replaced with, someone not too dissimilar.
Who's a little bit dead? Like, have things sort of deteriorated that much already?
No, I was just
No.
voicing theories, and then Jeremiah was very vague about who he thinks might have been.
It's either Karth or the undead Kobold idiot, whose name I never can remember.
Well, here's the thing. If it was Calf or rather Vithus, I
No,
think they'd reveal themselves to us.
I'm talking about Karth was responsible for the bullshit that appeared here.
Oh, but he might have been one of Dance's characters after all.
That's true. Yes, these sturges are suddenly stirred from their rest. And we start with Jeremiah.
Who has no idea the Sturges back in the hallway? 5, 10,
I would say you've all moved up.
15, 20, 25, 30, 35. And he's going to try to reach him with red.
Okay.
Fairly certain
12.
12. Fairly certain 12 misses.
12 will not hit, I'm afraid.
Bugger. Well, and yeah, I think I might need to pop this. Regular rage.
Okay.
Just in case, but yeah, that's his turn.
Let's say, don't you have a second attack?
Oh wait, I just. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I do. Yeah.
You should have 2 attacks of this level, and that's definitely going to hit.
Yeah.
So
Oh wait, I didn't pop the rage yet, but let's say
I will allow you to have popped it beforehand if you want.
then additional 3 points of rage damage.
Okay, so let's see. That's 11, 18, 24, 27 points of damage. Actually, minus 27. Okay. Next up is Midnight. I'd say for argument's sake, everyone's moved up. So let's move where people should be.
Scurry. Okay, these guys aren't magic-y things, so... I took away his area of effect spells. Damn. Alright then. In that case, Firebolt! Pew! And he's gonna aim for red.
Hit, 21 will hit.
Boop. 13.
Good damage. Very nice. Yeah, you must take a few more of these creatures. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
No, it's pretty much midnight for now.
Okay. Next up is Ardeth. He's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And she's going to hop into the water course, so she's got a bit more room. She is going to Ray of Frost at red. That will hit. 11 points. And the last of the Sturges just kind of put onto the ground, frozen solid. Next up, Samael.
So, if you can grab my spiritual axe.
You'll have to bear with me just one moment. Sorry, hang on. Should I give you control?
Oh, I can't see it now, so.
Give me a second. I need to. Okay, I shall just move it into a water course so you can remove it to where you need to.
So, get on the other side of this here and smack it.
$16 will hit.
And then whip out my crossbow. That one.
26 will hit. So that's 21 points of damage to blue. Okay, next up is Squish.
Okay. Are these things actually at a height that Squish can reach them?
I would say you'd be able to jump up to get them.
Alright. So she's gonna get here, and she's gonna try and swing for them. So swing. Swing.
That will hit. That will hit. Miss.
Swing.
That'll definitely hit. So that will be 18 points of damage. Yeah, you managed to take out a fair few of them. Apparently.
One that she manages to squish and kill, she's just gonna chuck it over towards Jelly.
Jelly basically lashes out her pseudopod like a whip, catches it midair, and yanks it in. Next up is Bolt.
Whoosh. Simple, straightforward turn. Claw, rip, tear till it's done.
That
one.
will miss.
Dang it, son. That's his turn.
Okay. Next up, it is the Sturge Swarm's turn. They got 2 targets to choose from. and they go for the flappy thing.
Oh no.
Does a 20 hit?
I'm afraid so.
Yeah, they manage to latch on and do 19 points of piercing damage and become attached to Bolt.
That's great. I love it. Right. Hang on a sec. It's a bit of
Second, I
a
just need to
mess
move
right now.
Give me
There we
1
go.
second, please. And they... 1 second.
Christ. That's a lot of damage!
Yes, it's also regained some hit points as well, I'm afraid.
Yep.
No.
But as soon as it's hit, it's drained 10 hit points from.
Yeah, it detaches from Bolt, so he's free again.
Yeah, it
And that
attaches.
is- Yep.
And back out.
Next up is Storm.
Yeah, Storm ain't happy. Practically leaps over Ardeth. Hey, you all get off my boy! Devillow's out in an instant, and he's swung wide, hitting as many of these fuckers as he can hit.
Okay. That will hit.
Yeah!
In this creature and I. Yeah, you managed to take out a fair few of them, but they are
Okay.
still standing.
That's fine, because I will make a coordinated attack with Bolt, using his reaction.
Yeah, okay.
16?
That will hit.
Excellent.
Yep. Yeah. This last of the Sturges kind of plop onto the ground.
Ah, sweet revenge, right, son? Ah! Father-son fist bump.
Okay, just switching music again. Ardeth is going to come out the watercourse here.
Lots of snacks for Jelly.
Speaking of which, Jelly kind of slides into the water, comes up close, and you just watch as she sends out a few different pseudopods just whipping at the Sturges, picking them up and absorbing them.
This is actually kind of fascinating.
Yeah, you
this
know
is
what?
one half.
Storm's gonna pull out one of his potions of healing, uncork it, and basically pour it over Jelly. Give her some heals.
You watch as her body ripples and she regains her full health. She kind of gives you a
Apologies
little.
for making you cry. I'm sorry about that.
She kind of cautious. She kind of gives you like a nod of appreciation since she's not quite able to control herself just yet.
Yeah.
She knows she can be dangerous to the touch. So.
Yeah, I may regret that decision later, but you know, my characters are good boys, and he felt bad. Okay, carry on. Right, well, I guess we're moving on then.
Okay. Stay safe, Jelly. It was nice to meet you.
Jelly gives you a little wave.
So, which way do we go?
Did I make a perception check, Seph, or just go with my gut?
Oops. That
I
was
would
supposed to be the
say
whisper.
go with percept. Yeah, I'll let you have that. Yeah, you hear a lot of squeaking and light flapping coming from up here.
Storm, I don't mean to
Yes?
concern you, but the voice in my head is offering me shiny things.
Ah, it's as I suspected.
They say they want what's rightfully theirs.
Ah, hmm. Wonder what they could be referring to.
They also say they can give me powers, but I don't know what they mean.
Huh. Presumably they want to make a pact with you. Kind of like how I have a pact with Aquanox.
Hmm.
You have much to offer them, apparently. Storm just can't help but side-eye Devillo. I don't
This has
suppose when it
nothing
comes to
to do with
things...
me.
That's nothing
This
to
has
do with you?
nothing to do with me.
Okay. Well, Squish, I don't suppose you have anything that you got from someone else? Maybe took from them without their permission?
Not recently.
Yes.
Shifty head goblin. Hey! Strange voices! What is it that you want?
I just need one moment to just quickly put something together. Didn't expect to have to do this yet.
You gave us the option of talking, Sephi. That was a mistake.
1 second. Just talk amongst yourselves for the time being.
Wow, they're being really cagey. So who else have they been talking to? They were talking to Storm, me, Jeremiah,
No,
No, not
I
me.
haven't heard anything.
Sammy.
I reckon Samael, as a cleric of Bahamut, is rather hard to sway to promises from dark beings.
They say they could give me powers. What do I want powers for?
Okay. We'll do a little bit more edit, and we should be ready.
Well, I accepted Aquanox's powers to protect that which I care about. You, and Midi, and Bolt, and the rest
Yeah.
of our friends and family.
Yeah, but Squid Daddy was a little bit more upfront about what he wanted from you.
Yes, he is, which means that they can get more from you than you'll get from them.
Which is why I'm suspicious.
Mm,
we should have Ola with probably be knowledgeable in the laws that bind these
Okay.
contracts.
1 second. As
well,
you're discussing this, Squish, you start to hear the voices again. Storm, you hear them as well.
oh boy, here we
I would
go.
like people to roll me perception checks. So we'll go with passive perception, actually.
Only
Okay.
the two of them.
Oh, no, everyone. You all notice the mist forming around you all.
Ah,
Alright, I'm a bit confused. Are we going with passive perceptions or not? Because people are rolling.
Go with passive, because that's going to
Oh.
be easier.
Okay,
Okay, 12.
15.
Okay, that's very well. I organise you all in here. And I don't think we really need to just ignore. Let's bear me just 1 moment. I need to add some fog of war for this. You want that. The mists swirl around you, and you find yourselves suddenly hit with blinding headaches. You find yourself lost within darkness. And you hear voices whispering, yes, these could be interesting. These could be the ones, yes, they could be very interesting. They could bring him to us.
Ah,
Okay, 2 questions. Who are you and who are you talking about?
We are talking about you. Yes, we are. We are many. You are few, but you are also many.
That's one of the questions. So, who is the he that you want?
As you do that, you suddenly find yourselves able to
fuck's
see again,
sake.
and
I
you
should've
notice
guessed.
3 strange crystals in the little room you're stood in.
Ah,
Um,
Little
I
one, we
don't
offered her
suppose.
powers. We offered her powers. What kind of powers would you? You can have powers, little one. Would you like them?
you keep saying powers. That's really non-specific.
We can grant you powers.
What kind?
Ooh, many powers, many powers.
Oh, okay, this guy's talking in circles. I don't trust a word he's saying. He's not a very good salesman.
I would say there's about 5 or 6 different voices.
I'll bite.
Please don't.
We grant you power to reach power of shadows, power of mists, power of change, the power to hear echoes.
Well, as someone who's already made a pact full of powers in the past, what do you want in exchange? And what's the price?
You are already seeking him.
Ah, of
Oh.
course.
Another set of individuals that Harramount has betrayed.
I don't
Yes,
think these guys are individuals.
They are the many.
there are many of us here. So many. So many who come to us. They seek us or they do not, but they always come to us. The first, the sire of all Night Kings, he was the first to come to us. And we made such a fool of him.
Hmm. I see you are a tricky sort.
We punish wicked.
Well, that'll
It
explain why you want our quarry.
Yes, a unique dimension of suffering tailored exclusive to him.
Well, you won't find us objecting to throwing him in there.
Yes, but you must make an example of him first.
Oh, well. I have some experience in doing that.
Yes. Find him, end him, but let him take the form most befitting of such a heretical fool.
Oh, you suddenly sounded very much like you could.
We are many. We are many.
I just hope he is not part of. And by the way, Jeremiah's rage has started. Just noticed.
But we warn you, creatures like the Night King live within this place. Beware, they are many, and they are controlled by a lord of night. Creatures summoned from our realms.
Yeah, we've encountered the cat-like ones, and
Grimeshkas, yes.
you know, you could have made them fluffier and friendlier.
They are to punish wizards who overstep their boundaries. Like the one amongst you. But she punishes herself more than we ever really could. So she is not within our reach.
Come on, guys, leave Ardeth out of this.
We only give you an indication of how she feels within her own heart. They say there's no greater punishment than one's own guilt. And in some cases, we are inclined to agree.
Storm's gonna look uncomfortable for a moment, having dealt with a fair bit of guilt himself over the years. Before he pipes up, right? So, before we dredge up unpleasant truths,
Don't think
yes.
that you escape us, Devillo.
Oh, they know you by name, my friend.
Yes, but I have not yet fulfilled my quota. But they will see me soon enough.
Oh,
Yes,
madness.
and we shall enjoy accommodating the spawn of a god. But we are digressing. Little one, you wanted a gift from us, a power in exchange for Harramount's wretched, stagnant soul.
I never agreed to anything.
That is why we are offering. What would you like? Shadows, echoes, the flesh.
Still haven't told me what my side of the bargain on this is.
Deliver Harramount to us after you humiliate him.
You want me to summarize, Squish? We basically have to let Harramount reach the height of his power and then bring him down low. So very low.
I don't want to make a deal with these guys. They're kind of freaking me out.
Perhaps I may be more agreeable than my fellows. But yes, we will give you a gift in exchange for killing Harramount. Consider it a reward, rather
I'm
than a treat.
open to it.
Oh no, the offer was made to her, and her alone.
I guess this is one shot I can't take for you, Squish.
Do not worry, we have seen inside your hearts. Despite your own guilt, none of you are really eligible to become part of our domain.
Wait, are you just saying you're just trying to corrupt me?
Seriously, we doubt anyone could corrupt you.
I'm not sure whether to take that as a compliment.
think it's meant as a
Well,
compliment.
It is meant as a compliment, but yes.
Alright, so what's the gift?
That is, as I said, you have a choice. The power of an echo, the power of a whisper, power of a shadow, the power of mist, or the power of flesh.
I have no idea what
I
any of these things do.
I was about to say you might
Oh,
need to be a little
good.
bit more specific for to make a
Pretend I'm an
decision.
idiot, because I kinda am.
There's also a power of symbiosis, where we grant you a familiar, shall we say. But that I would not recommend. Is more useful within our realm. Or it can grant you power of death.
Power of death?
Yes.
What does that do?
It will give you quite a interesting addition to your little punches, shall we say. Or perhaps you could ignore their ability to evade the ravages of Death's touch. Or perhaps you yourself become protected by Death's shroud.
So I'm guessing mechanically this gives me extra necrotic damage and what is essentially death ward.
We shall see once you decide which of the which one you would
You're
like.
basically asking me to choose something based on the names.
Yeah, just pick which one sounds coolest. That's what Storm would do.
Fine. Let's go with the shadows, seeing as I'm surrounded by little shadows anyway. I've got Storm and I've got Midi.
Okay. I must roll a d6 for this.
Squish immediately
Excellent
combusts.
choice.
Congratulations, you now have a bonus +1 to stealth.
Squish. You notice that as you say that you wish for the gift of the shadow, your own shadow seems to hold a sword,
Ooh.
which is basically not there, but your shadow will forever be holding this sword. You now have access. You can now cast the Mage Hand cantrip.
Oh! But why does it have a sword? That's really ominous.
It is something that is required when you receive our gift, shall we say. But it is nothing to be concerned over. Now, go.
So wait, that was it?
Release Harramount's stagnant soul, and we'll handle the rest for eternity.
All I get is Mage Head? That's bullshit! Should have went with the death one.
You all get the same headache, the mists clear, and you find yourselves back in the watercourse. And that is where we shall end it for this week.
Never trust random
Aw.
voices in your head!
So, play of the game.
An ascended, I would say the DM for the ascended gelatinous cube jelly.
Yeah, I figured that would be. I figured I'd give you a way out of having to fight the gelatinous cube, so. It's not like there aren't other creatures similar who you've met.
True.
Yeah.
Trail of the game.
Do we really have one?
I think so.
No, not really. So, any thoughts, theories, or ideas?
I have a theory that Mage Hand cantrip is more useful than Squish things.
I hope so.
I mean, you probably cast it and it like swings the sword from the shadow, you know. Oh.
Okay.
I have a feeling
Right
there's
then.
something the DM isn't telling me, and we'll find out.
Oh
later.
yeah.
So, going down the list, it is a good night from Cork.
And good night, everyone. Wash
A
your
good
hands,
night.
wear a mask, and be kind to one another. Sorry.
No worries. It's a good night from Micey.
Good night, everyone.
A good night from Jurnis.
Good night, everybody. Don't trust the voices.
A good night from Kubar.
Good night, everyone. Have a polite, civil conversation with the voices. They may be on the level.
And a good night from me. Good night.
Bye.
Good night.
Night.